All right, hello. Hello. Ugh. Oh, gosh, my back. Hey, Ysbyrd. Okay. Hey, boy. He decided it was time to come up. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. That's an ultra yam? Wow. Hi. This boy. This little tiny baby boy. This baby boy. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. What did you do? No. What did you do? Did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Stop this. Oh, it's like a separate tab. What is this? I hate this. All right. Hang on. Okay. There we go. It opened a weird, like, second tab. It was trying to do stuff. I don't know. It was... I don't know. Oh, this is Warcraft 2. No, Warcraft 1, Orcs and Humans. I thought it was Warcraft 2, Orcs and Humans. No, it is Warcraft 2. God damn it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait. The first one is called Orcs and Humans, and then you just decide on the second one to also put Orcs and Humans. Okay. Warcraft 2 has pirates. I think Warcraft 2 is when they introduced pirates. They didn't add other factions until 3. I didn't know that. Green mean hello. Green bean hello. I was literally just thinking, Nuja, this looks like Zelda, but specifically a 3DS Zelda. Like, Spirit Tracks. Okay. Not Zelda. Adventure RPG. I mean, anything besides Orcs and Humans, the Night Elves and Undead show up in 3. So what I'm hearing is the series kind of sucked until 3. Is this a Kirby? No, there's not enough pink for it to be a Kirby. Oh. My boy. Someone copies all his homework. I mean, that's video games. Do you know what I mean? That's video games. Windfish is looking right at me. Yeah, that is kind of what that guy looks like. I'm gonna guess the Kurt. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, now who the hell's this gentleman? Who the hell is this gentleman? Is there a yokai watch or something? Ysbyrd. Don't do steppies. Okay, get down. Get down. Oh. You're in the way. You're being a criminal and you're doing steppies. Everyone perceive the criminal. I have no idea. We'll guess a yokai watch. Is it like Nino Cooney? Now you calling Jalen's fur nephew a criminal? And I do it again. Oh, I didn't put any milk in my tea. Maybe it's okay. I'm guessing some indie game. Yeah, almost certainly. What the fuck? Green, how the heck are you doing? I don't recognize this at all. Sadly working part of the day. Well, that's a bummer. Oh! Yeah, Ysbyrd does have a train like that. I should play Eastward. Lesbians. I should play Eastward. Also, you should play Mad World. Finally got to use the redeem. I should play that. There we go. Let me make sure it worked. Let me make sure it works. Stream resources. Games to stream. Oh, I think once I approve it. Channel redeems, request queue. It didn't work. You need to have a text field. Oh, did I not turn the text field on? I didn't. Okay. Okay, I fixed it.
That's your fault, mattcaulder.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that one. Is this mercy but not mercy? No. There we go. And then now when I go to the queue and mark is complete. Mark is complete. Come back. There we go. Ysbyrd. I need to remember to complete it in the bot. I know this is not a Star Wars robot. That's all I know. Yeah, I don't recognize this one. I think before the new year we should see an updated wheel. I will come back. Oh, hello. I will come back on Wednesday for the Wednesday stream. We will have an updated wheel. Is he still hungry? Oh, that's right. I didn't feed him. I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk because I was gonna give him a meal. I forgot. Yeah, on Wednesday for the look back stream, I will have a I'll have a up-to-date wheel and we'll be able to look at everything. I have decided, can we guess 6? I mean, I guess that's a good idea. That's as good an idea as anything. I doubt it's 6 from Little Nightmares, but which video game does this character belong to? Does anyone have a stab? It says V1. Oh, it does say V1. That's a good point. I thought it was 6. Robot Shoot Fest 4. You know, what if it was? It's not Hi-Fi Rush. It's not, trying to think of like pixel graphics, you know? I have no idea. I have actually no idea. Oh, give up. Ultra kill. Oh wow, it's actually V1. That's God damn it. Gotta give it to Nuja. It has a name tag and Matt was like, who can say? Banjo Explosion 2D. Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3. You don't have Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3. Curse of Monkey Island. Oh, you know, there's a banjo, right? The guy's playing a banjo. No. Power-ups, side pods. Boss fight. Shovel Knight? No. Bonus stage, charge shot, arcade style. Side pods. fast reflexes, score chasing, side shooter, space shooter. Space shooter. So like an Ikaruga or an R-type. But not because there's a banjo. It's on PC. Is it a Geometry Wars? Alien invasion, continuous fire, upgradable weapons. Continuous fire. Phalanx? What? What the fuck? What in all that is holy is this game's cover art? Guy with a banjo. All right. You know, these are the fun ones where it's like, oh, I actually like learned something. Here's why SNES Shooter Phalanx had that weird banjo guy on the cover. Most of the games back then were look-alike in the same category, same genre, same kind of graphics. Keith was a brilliant idea guy and always was. We knew the game didn't have a lot to offer, so we had to make the package arresting. Keith called this kind of thing the heavy huh factor. If we couldn't do anything else, we tried to get the potential purchaser to stare at the package and try to figure out what happened. Today it might be called a WTF moment. So Keith could have done some predictable spaceship shooting bullshit that would have been like every other game, or he could create a story that made people stop and think about it. I guess it's proof it was a good idea because people are still thinking about it. Phalanx was a very average game with an unexpected cover design. That's so funny. That's so funny that it's just like, yeah, it looks weird. Makes you go, hey, what's that? That's kind of great. That's kind of great. Instead of having gritty Space Marine on cover, you put a guy dressed in a frog suit. If you did that now, gamers would sue you. Okay. Sci-fi action that is a shooter. I'm gonna Resistance. Okay, it's not a Sony game. It's not first person or side view, so it's third person. Sci-fi action shooter. That's more than single player. That isn't on PC. I'll just say, they're in the frog suit under the space. Yeah, if you did that now, gamers would sue you. Because we can't have anything else. Probably on a Nintendo. Rabbids should have. Yeah, you know. Well, it has to be the second one. It has to be the first one because the second one doesn't have any co-op. Okay. It is on the Switch. Oh, exclusively on the Switch. Oh, it's Astral Chain. No. Is it? No. But does Astral Chain have multiplayer? I'm gonna guess Astral Chain, we're gonna see. Okay. Oh! Okay. Third person, 2017. It's not a beat 'em up. It is a shooter. Is it Splatoon? Is Splatoon considered I bet you they consider Splatoon sci-fi. Also, apparently Astral Chain has co-op. Which? So 2? Wasn't 2 still on the Wii U? 3, right? No, 3 came out like super recently. What am I saying? I don't know about Splatoon being considered sci-fi. Like... It seems more fantasy than sci-fi. It just seems fantastical more than any... They have spaceships and teleporters. Well, but I mean, does I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those times that like, it's a post-apocalypse. Uh-huh. That doesn't mean anything. I don't like... Okay, here's a question for people that played Splatoon 2. Does Splatoon... Is it labeled a kid's game? Does Splatoon 2 have a specific co-op mode? I mean, you're on team. Well, other than that. Other than that. Yes, okay. Because I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm starting to get annoyed at some games being labeled co-op multiplayer when it's like, okay, there's multiplayer and it's team-based thing. And I'm like, that's not co-op and multiplayer. That's a different... The different thing. Is this also Splatoon? Did we somehow... There's a co-op point rush mode thing. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There's an actual mode, then okay. I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna get it out of the way.
I fight for the users.
We can't do this anymore. We've solved it. We can't do... We did it. We've officially won. We've officially won. It's over. I'm wishing you in the X-Files. Do I have... I've got that. That's what I've got. Silver, hello. Silver, hello, how are you? That's wild. Yeah, no, I know what sound you mean. I know what sound you mean. And not even just the fact that it's Splatoon, that it's exactly Splatoon 2. That it's explicitly also Splatoon 2. It would be less weird if it was like, oh yeah, this is Splatoon 2 and then this one's Splatoon. Because it's like, listen, that's, you know, that's weird, but it, you know, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Silver, hello, how are you? Okay. Okay, I've restarted the recording, mainly so that I don't forget to restart the recording. So hi, for people on YouTube, we just watched the Avengers Doomsday teaser. I knew, okay, this is one of those times when I love being right, and I'm right all the goddamn time. I knew that this was gonna be a problem. Iron Man can't come back, his actor is playing Doom. No, that's wrong. I knew this was going to be a thing back forever ago. That's not how that, yeah, it's a comic book movie. Don't tell me he can't play two people in the movie. I knew this was going to be a thing like years ago. I knew this was going to be a thing years ago. How did I know this was going to be a thing years ago? When they committed to not recasting Chadwick Boseman. Actually, hell, before that, when they didn't commit to recasting Robert Downey Jr., when he was like, maybe I don't want to play Iron Man anymore. They were like, oh, well, we got to have Iron Man. Whereas I feel like any other reasonable executive should have gone, oh, well, we'll just get another guy. We'll just get another guy to do Iron Man. We'll just get another guy. That's fine. We'll get somebody else. That's fine. We'll get somebody else, whatever. Nothing in the rulebook says Robert Downey Jr. can't play basketball on two teams. And so I was like, this is going to be the thing, right? After Endgame, when it was like, oh, Captain America's not going to be any more movies, I was like, okay, sure, Jan. Because here's the thing. I mean this respectfully and disrespectfully. Motherfuckers love money, right? Motherfuckers love money. Endgame made so much money. I actually like Falcon Cap. He's had some real shit luck with writing. I really liked, well, the story of Falcon and Cap and Winter Soldier sucked ass. The acting and those two's charisma in the show was good. And I feel like they did a very good job of setting Sam up to handle it. I'm of two minds. US Agent was good at being shit. Yeah, he nailed it. He did a good job. Mackie was great, but his writing is, but yeah. I'm of two minds. One, they should let Sam be Captain America and fucking continue the story that they fucking put us on. Two, and like stop bringing Steve Rogers back. You don't need to bring Steve Rogers back just for it to be exciting. Fuck yourself. Two, if you want Steve Rogers back, get another fucking guy. Get a different guy. I just don't understand why they are so averse to getting a different guy. Well, it's because people like Chris Evans. Yeah, guess what? He wasn't anybody when he did it in the first place. What if being in an MCU movie rocketed you to stardom? And then what if you just kept doing that? What if you just kept doing it? What if people were like, yeah, I don't want to do Iron Man? What if, here's a crazy fucking idea. What if the directors of the movies cast who they want to cast, right? What if they cast who they want to cast? And you can have the movie that you want to have. Let's negate all the sacrifices in Endgame. Helix, I mean this in a way that's not mean to you. I hate that argument. I mean this as gently as I can word it, and not at you, Helix, at the general statement of like negating sacrifices. Read a fucking comic book, dog. Welcome to 60 years of comics. Hi. mattcaulder, I'm your host of Every Time a Hero Died and Was Resurrected in a Different Book Within the Same Calendar Year. You're either on board with it or you're not. It's what happens. You don't have to like it, but it's what happens. It's a great irony. The modern film industry has spent years killing the aura of the movie star, but have discovered that the movie star as a concept has an aura that turns into ticket sales. It doesn't negate it. It's been almost 7 years. The emotional narrative impact still happened and has actual impact. I have no interest in that argument. Do you know what I mean? I have no interest in that argument. I don't care. People want to have stories. People want to have stories with Captain America. That's fine. Whatever. You have your story with Captain America. Oh, he came back to life somehow. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't care. It's a comic book. I'm not expecting adherence to realism and realistic situations. And I feel like the MCU has spent so much of its existence fighting against the comic like pillars. In some ways good. In some ways it's good to change the in some ways it's good to sort of re-challenge the expectations of comic books and the tropes of comic books. But also, if you want to make infinity movies, you either need to invent an immortality potion or recast a motherfucker. A long while ago, I think he's still dead. It's a well-known thing in the community for a while. He was the one they didn't bring back. Oh yeah, they killed Nightcrawler a while ago. Yeah. They killed Nightcrawler a while ago, but also there was a comic not that long ago where he was Spider-Man. And I don't know if that's an alternate universe. Yeah, I don't know. I just forget what I said. Fuck everything. Kurt deserves better. Yeah, I'm just so annoyed at everything. I'm annoyed at the like constant struggle of everyone that likes Marvel movies hates comics. And I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna be dead. Do you know why? Because you motherfuckers will pay a bunch of money to see him in a movie. So of course he's not dead. Of course he's not dead. I think that is an alternate universe, technically a different guy. That's probably it. That's probably it. Me filled with religious trauma. That was my guy. I love Nightcrawler. Yeah, I'm I don't understand how people who love comic book movies hate comic book tropes. I don't understand how we get here. I don't understand how we got to the point where people fucking adore comic book movies, but then hate when they're anything like comic books. None of the costumes can be the same. The storylines are almost exactly the same. The plot of the most recent Thor movie was the God Killer arc done shittily. It was actually 2 arcs shoved together and done shittily. A lot of comic book people have never read a comic book. They're not, well, yeah, comic book movie people, like you said. That's why I said. That's why I said, I invite you to pick up a comic book. I invite you to read a comic book. I've seen every Captain America movie. Have you read any of the comics? I honestly don't remember Love and Thunder. That was the one with, what's his nuts? Batman. That was the one with Batman and Natalie Portman. It was bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was so upset. It was so bad. And all the fat phobia. Yeah, that movie starts with a bunch of fat phobia. Ugh. It's so bad. It was so bad. Natalie Portman, Thor, and Ball Christian Bale. And you know what? Christian Bale wasn't even a bad cast. I don't think he committed to the role, but he wasn't even a bad cast. Remember Zeus is in it, Natalie Portman dies, that's about it. It's just so, that movie is such an example of what I really dislike about where the MCU is right now. Because they're like, we gotta do both of these arcs shittily right now. And it's like, this could have been like a 2-movie arc. You know, it's a good movie, Thor Ragnarok. It's been a while since I've seen it because I just have very little interest in rewatching MCU movies, but I do remember that. I only know what comic book characters are supposed to look like from Rob Liefeld comics. You're just such a troll. And then they say things that I'm like, that's not true. Don't bullshit me. We're reading a lot of comics recently with the genre fiction book club. And I think that got enough of it at my system not read another for a little while. Have you been doing, were you doing Range Touch, Green Bean, or something else? I greatly enjoyed every single one of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films. Yeah, they're enjoyable. Here lies one. He hopes somebody is taking care of his dog. If it's a dog I think it is, we're all putting in the work, don't worry. Love that dog. Hey, wait, there's something else behind that mold. You're saying I did a bad job? You do it then. No, look, it's very faint. Thanks to your amazing cleaning job. Thank you. But I can make out some instructions. Oh, I see it. It's like it was purpose made for me. I'm gonna try this out. I read along shelf by genre. Next year I'll be crying. Oh. They put out that schedule. They put out that schedule and I'm so upset. I'm so upset and scared. They put motherfucking Mysterio and the suit is just the suit. That was a good movie. What a good way to adapt Mysterio into a way that is actually interesting. What a way to adapt Mysterio that like was actually good and played into the overall ethos in a fun way. Still sad Amazon killed the new Middle Earth TTRPG. It's so weird that Amazon's in control of the Tolkien like license. Like what the fuck? I love Locher. I'd love to see a modern MMO. You know, Silver, if it makes you feel better, an MMO by Amazon Game Studios would have sucked. you know? That would have sucked. It was a good Middle Earth game. The Crusader Kings 3 total conversion. Excuse me. My understanding is New World's actually a really great state right now, other than no one playing it. I don't know if that's true, and it makes me more sad. I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe. I don't know. I said this before. I wouldn't touch new. They melted people's graphics cards. I don't trust them. I can't trust them. Doggone it, had to get out. What's the trouble? Where's these dang sheep? Wait, we have sheep now? Yeah, of course. Where'd they even come from? And more importantly, do you make cheese with their milk? Never mind all that. What's important is they're missing. I think it's kind of important. I mean, I never saw any livestock or anything around here before, and suddenly, we never will again if they get themselves killed off in some fool place. All right. You just need me to find them, yeah? Yeah, time's ticking. Jeez, Faye, we must help this poor soul. All right. There should be at least 3 of them out there. If you don't find them before the weekend's done, I won't meet my quota. Hey, you really got a whole thing going, huh? All right, I'll see what I can do. Sheep, cheese, anon. All right. New World motifs were a choice. It was a state of release. Apparently good state of play currently. Oh, good for them. You know what else makes me sad? Everything about the old EA project, Lord of the Rings: The White Council, sounded amazing. EA canceled it right after it hit alpha. Supposedly they couldn't get a cut of the merchandising rights they wanted. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Question for chat: was the last MCU film you actually saw in the cinema? The last one I actually went to theaters for, probably Endgame. When did the Spider-Man movies come out? Can I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine? I still got to see Deadpool and Wolverine. God, I forgot they're supposed to be making a Silk movie. I don't think I saw No Way Home in theaters. Yeah, probably Endgame. Come on, Matt. You know that's just Sony wants to make a Silk movie. That's never. Well, it's always happening until it doesn't. Multiverse of Madness. All I remember for the film is damn Wanda's body count is skyrocketing. That movie was such a disappointment. Especially after Madam Web. I mean, listen, they're still making that Craven movie, so what, really? I liked Multiverse of Madness. I liked the visuals in Multiverse of Madness. I detest that no one can do a story involving Wanda that doesn't devolve into even a misunderstanding of a basic version of her story. Matt Craven already released? Fuck. Well, they made it, so that just proves my point. I liked the visuals in Multiverse of Madness, and I wanted to be down for the idea, but I cannot handle how no one seems to even be able to grasp a basic version of what's going on with her. They're like, oh, she's evil. And it's like, no, dog. She's dealing with like 5 types of trauma, and you keep attacking her with laser beams. Now, Midnight Suns. You know what? Midnight Suns did a really good job. They framed it in a really specific way. And I liked it. I hate they killed her and refused to bring her back, considering how pivotal she is to so many other stories well past this moment. Oh, they'll bring her back. They'll bring her back. She'll come back some other. This is the thing that I said years and years ago, which is really funny with all of the recasting. With all of the recasting, I was like, you just get an alternate version guy. And that's it. Thing I like Strange in the film, America was good. America, I was so excited to see America Chavez. I adore America. I adore America Chavez. So I was very excited for more of that. Let me scroll up a little bit here. Wanda showing her power in the film. The film visually was fantastic. Things I didn't like, no one actually tried to help Wanda without it involving violence. Yeah, they're just like, oh, she's evil, I gotta punch her in the face. And it's like, do you think maybe you want to talk to her about it? $54. Used to be quite the skin pounder back in the day. Don't say that. Beating the sticks, slinging the shafts. Don't. No. I'm gonna assume you just mean playing the drums. Of course, what else would I mean? I think Midnight Suns has some of the best comic genre writing in a video game. Sad it didn't move more copies. I think they do a really good job of nailing a video, like a comic genre. Which means that it's not great writing as a concept, but they nail the genre conventions. Hey, wait a minute. I see that. Oh, okay. I was like, is that the sheep? They need to figure out how to introduce Hulkling. I need to see my boys together. I mean, they did a whole show just to introduce Bobby, so they'll figure it out. Ultimately, Wanda had to do what none of them could do because they, right. Just remember I haven't watched Agatha All Along. That was actually, Agatha All Along is really good. I actually hate that they keep making things every so often that are good because it means to an extent that it's like, oh yeah, you should pay attention to this. Oh yeah, I never watched the second season of Loki. Yeah, Agatha was really good. Agatha was really good. Come on. Why am I cheating if I can't even win? Why am I cheating if it doesn't let me win? Cheaters never prosper? No, cheaters prosper all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. Go. Go. God damn it. I feed them the leaf and it doesn't do anything. I feed them the leaf and it doesn't do anything. It's a quote bad I'm quoting ironically. Oh, it's no. Irony's dead. Irony's dead. The fact that America has a fascist government killed it. All right, we're gonna try. Still haven't watched the second season of Andor. No, neither have I. Neither have I. The MCU had found its footing. My 2 dream movies were Squirrel and Young Avengers. I feel confident with the latter eventually. I think we'll probably get Champions more than Young Avengers. There's more, well, I hate that you said that. It's like you stabbed me and reminded me that you stabbed me. I stab you and then I text you in the hospital. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big gains. Big gains, let's go. Let's go. Remember that time I stabbed you? Lol, good times. Oh my God, please. Blind Woman's Curse sounds pretty cool. I haven't watched season 3 of Mandalorian. I feel like season 2 ended in a good place. Is the end of season 2 the Darksaber arc? Or is that 3? Pay me tribute, my powers wane. Oh, you're hungry? Well, here's something I've been saving. An apple. This pleases Dennis. Please take these rocks. Don't eat them, for they are not tasty. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Thanks, Dennis. So what's everyone got for lunch? Pretty slim picking these days. Yeah, the witches are helping, but it'll still take a while for our food stores to replenish. In the meantime, I managed to find some ramen. Hunk of stale bread here. I got some warm milk that nobody wanted for some reason. Sounds like you. Well, I found this wilted head of lettuce, better than nothing. Hello, you know me, don't you? Sandwich dude, how's life? Yeah, you're the sandwich guy. I remember the end of season 2, Mando handing over Grogu to Luke. Oh, okay. Well then, don't think about what I said. Right, the sandwich guy. That's what I'd forgotten, I'm the sandwich guy. This explains everything. Memory problems, huh? Yes, but I remember it now. I've been working on my sandwich technology for 10 years. I just discovered the perfect balance of veggies and protein. The perfect amount of sauce applied in such a way that it would never dampen the bread. The perfect bread to contents ratio. And then it went and got stolen, but we found it for you. Right, it's all coming back. I had this feeling that I should do something for you all, but I couldn't remember why. Oh man, are you planning what I think you're planning? You see, I found all these amazing ingredients squirreled away in a secret hiding place that I'd forgotten. I didn't know what it was all for, but now I'm certain of it. I can make any sandwich in the world right now. Oh, baby. I wouldn't say no. Please, I'm so tired of ramen. Then quickly, before it leaves me, tell me what you'd like. I can never decide. You all go first. Maybe I'll get inspired. Big and meaty. I like a big meaty sandwich with lots of sauce. Of course. What kind of bread do you like? Whatever's clever. Dealer's choice, huh? Don't care about bread? I care about bread very much, but I figured dude knows what he's doing. I want a surprise. Matt, you can't laugh at that. He was talking about a sandwich. I can laugh at it whenever I want. I like avocado, feta, lettuce, and sprouted wheat bread with a bit of Dijon mustard. Healthy, huh? Perfect mix of tangy feta and fatty avocado really does wonders for a sandwich. I do agree with that. That sounds good. And the hearty sprouted wheat makes you feel like you're really eating something. Maybe I should go for that. For Namako, let me guess. Sauerkraut, pickles, and natto for protein. What? On sourdough bread with tahini paste. Hey, have you been looking at my lunches? You better not be making fun of me. Nah, I actually always wanted to try it. It looks wild. Oh, then by all means. So right sandwich for you, but is it right for me? So then what do you have? It all sounds so good. Just give me the works. So everything? Whatever you got, throw it on there. I could eat a horse at this point. I'll get right on it. Ah, real food. So good. This is just how I like it. You really are the sandwich savant. I could eat this every day. I'm glad you're all pleased, and in some small way I feel I've repaid my debt. Oh, absolutely. We help people all the time for nothing. Getting a sandwich from you is basically like winning the lottery. Bro, you are my savior at this point. I'm gonna start blushing here. Thanks, sandwich guy. You're the best. Well, hell yeah. Shout out to the sandwich guy. Was that all the sheep? I think so. They added the new mode to Fantasy Life I really need to get 2 copies of that so Aaron and I can play together. And it's maybe the last one they made before AI, so the game is good. I enjoyed all of it. What? Oh yeah, level 5 is using AI, like unquestionably so. Unquestionably so. Like, maybe not proudly, but loudly. Ah, you found all my sheep. Glory day. Well, just be more careful next time, okay? You better believe it. Latch on the gate and everything. Take care, and may your milks be sweet. Here's a little something for your troubles. Do I have enough? Oh my God, so close. Yeah, they publicly say they're using AI for ideation and initial concepts, which basically means they're talking to ChatGPT for ideas. Yeah, they also used it for some of the backgrounds. They used it for some of the backgrounds in Azuma 11. They submitted a proposal to the Japanese Board of Commerce. That's basically like, look at what we can do with AI. This is awesome. So I'm seeing a rift or a party. Well, I don't like that. Well, neither do I. Stop being jerks, tea leaves. There's been a lot going on lately. Maybe it'll be fine. Uh-oh. Do. On the reverse side of that, Expedition 33 Studio had recently in an interview made a point there'll be no AI usage going forward. He also said apparently that they stopped using generative AI pretty quickly in Expedition 33, which I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Matt, before I forget, have you seen Monster Care Simulator? In my search for today's theme, apparently it's what if you had a Pokemon Care Center Simulator? Sounds fun. Yeah, this. Yeah. I didn't know it was out, but yeah, I've seen this. Did anyone watch Thunderbolts? No, I have not seen Thunderbolts. Which is a bummer, because I love Thunderbolts. All right. Superior. Up. this is like the same. This one's angry. You did the same. They played around with using it early on some textures, seem to forget one. I have some issues with the studio for sure. That large and popular of a studio going the opposite direction from Larian's a win. Well, I want to take a moment and point out this. Listen, I don't mean to be this guy, but let's watch the language of how people are wording this. Because I feel like a lot of the statements that people have been making about their AI usage is not, we are not using AI. It is everything in the game will be made by humans, which is a very specific wording. In Expedition 33, it's two things. They partnered with the firm specifically around that stuff early on, cut off partnership for 3 months. They're using Unreal Engine 4 stuff that had AI nonsense in it, which they're aware of but never pulled it before launch, which was the placeholder stuff. Sure, that's a specific statement. Right. And so, to me, that is not, we're not using AI. Right? That is, we are using AI. And then once we settle on what we want, we have a person do it. That could still be concept art and ideation. We'll use AI, but we won't put that in the game. Right. Don't use the plagiarism machine at all, please. Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard for these people to go, yeah, generative AI is garbage. You know? That's what I want you to say. I think that's what Green Bean said was their plan. So unless Green Bean is referencing a different thing, the quote of it is, talking about Expedition 33, and then says, it's hard to predict the future of what the future of the industry will look like, but everything will be made by humans from us. That's not like, I would give that a B. I would give that a B. Because what I would really like for them to say, like I said, is we will not be using AI. Like, you know, it kind of works. It handles it. So it's the same quote. It's the same quote. I'll say it, I do think it's okay if a business builds their own internal tools that has their own models that trains off of their own stuff. Normal machine learning systems don't destroy the environment in that way, and it's their own stuff, therefore non-plagiarism machines. It's not good, but I get it. I mean, I don't know why you want that. I don't know why that's a thing that you want at all. Like, just like at a technological point. I don't know why that's a thing that you want. I don't know why that's a thing that's beneficial. And that's what companies are kind of doing. They talk about using AI. They're building their own systems. I don't think It is. Here's an important point about me. I'm not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt when they say that they're using AI. I am not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt that they are somehow building their own system, because I absolutely believe they're just using Midjourney or OpenAI or Sora or some shit. I 100% do not believe, because Disney is doing that. Disney is building their own thing, and guess what? It's garbage and it sucks. They're generally pulling in ChatGPT Copilot models, keeping an internal siloed database. Right. They are using the technology that already exists and then, you know, like you said, siloing it. Like, this is the sort of thing I would need to see proof. And also, I don't want it to happen. Right? So it's like, oh, we're not using generative AI. We're using our own internal machine learning models. I'd be like, okay, cool. You're not using generative AI. Why are you still using the weird bad picture technology? Like, why are you still using the weird bad picture mix 'em up? I would give it a B+. It's calling out specific things like Larian said, we're using it for this. To go, we're not using it for those things. I would really appreciate it if Sandfall, instead of like putting things here and here and here and like putting small quotes everywhere, just made a statement about it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it took them wildly too long to say anything about it. When, if it was literally just, we didn't use it, we used it and we realized, this is bad, and we stopped using it. When all this happened, they could have just said, hey, yeah, that was a placeholder model from the time that we were using it. We've decided to stop using it. We haven't used it since roughly this time in development. Everything in the game was made by humans. You know, if they had said that, this conversation could be completely different. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. You know, they're so just like, and they're not even like the thing from Sven, he did an interview and then he put out his own statement and all of this. This is a YouTube video from an event that I didn't even know was happening. As far as why people want that, OCR is a nightmare with old school tools. LLM's trained material is definitely better, but that's not a game dev thing. Just make better machine learning for text that is. I was gonna say is like I can pull text from my phone. My phone has AI bullshit, so I think they did say that in the patch notes when they took it out, but that which is how Silver is able to go. It was A and B in this scenario. We'll find it right now. To be clear, LLMs are just machine learning. Where? I'm never gonna find this. I'm never gonna find the original story. I'm never gonna find this original story. Yeah, it's all I'm finding is stories about it losing the IGA. I remember the patch notes getting noted in the Discord I was in at the time. The machine learning with way too large of a data series and too much marketing behind them. They're poorly optimized, made from stolen material, etc. The concept of building a generative model is technologically sound. Could be used to build specific purpose tools in ways that aren't actually destructive to people's rights or the environments. The marketing make people want to use them as an everyday tool. That's why this is honestly part of why I can't. I feel like I cannot have any space for nuance in this conversation, because it's like, oh, could this tool do a thing? Sure. Is it going to because of all of this? No. Okay, so according to the Steam news, all it says is replaced a placeholder texture with the correct visual asset. So unless there was something else noted somewhere, it is not noted in the patch notes. It's actually a lot of good uses for machine learning. It's been used for years. The problem is VC clowns got the opportunity to brand it and own a version of it. Right. Correct, I agree. I think everything that's out there right now should be burned down. The people who keep trying to avoid the lawsuits around rights should be put in prison. I do think their long-term generative models will exist and have a special purpose. We have a ways to get there. I didn't mean to add nuance. No, I get you. That's what I'm saying. I wish we could have a conversation with nuance. I would love to. I think there is a point, and this is the difference between me talking to Silver and talking about it on the internet, where like, I don't feel like we can have a conversation about the nuance, because all it feels like to me is opening the door for whataboutisms for AI weirdos. I'm on a particular side of the fence as an artist that says you have people who do this work for you. What do you need your computer to do this work? And in my head, in the arguments I've seen, it comes down to money. Oh, it's always money. Yeah, it's always money. It's always money. And I feel like we talked about this the other day, right? The reason Sven wants them to do concept arting and stuff with generative AI is so that instead of spending 2 hours and mood boarding a bunch of photos about like a shack in a valley, right? And like, oh, what should this look like? How, you know, what do we want to do here? They can just type it and get 10,000 iterations, right? So instead of taking 2 hours, they take 10 minutes. They take 10 minutes, right? And so in his CEO stupid brain, because at the end of the day, he's still a CEO. If he learns his lesson about AI, great. He's still a CEO. In his CEO stupid brain, that means more money. Artists being more efficient. Artists being more efficient means more money. Means efficiency, good, efficiency, money. Generative AI isn't less expensive, it's outright more expensive, but heavily subsidized. And even then it's more expensive. Yeah, again, CEO stupid brain. So, Sandfall is hedging their arguments with on the future. It's not like they let them sell. Right. That's the thing. I feel like everything will be made by human statement gives them just enough leeway that if they wanted to use a generative model in the future in some way, They could, but they could redraw it, regenerate it, or it's stuff based on their own thing. There's all the additional thoughts I have. Someone who had a linguist as a roommate knows the specific branch of linguistic theory they're pulling from. Oh, that's interesting. I'd like to distract this conversation by mentioning Doug is here and he's lovely and interesting. Matt's talking based off of his stares. Hi, Doug. Doug, who's a good boy? Doug, who's a good boy? Doug, who's a good boy? Who's a good dog? He gives you an ear flop. Hell yeah, there you go. Some dogs are like, no, this is happening. And then some dogs are like, this isn't real, and I don't need to respond to this. I assume Doug is a dog, but I keep thinking, what if it's just Silver's roommate? Okay, let me have some tea and then. So yeah, I don't know. I want to quickly add, it's always worth mentioning this shit's so bad for the environment. We're in a climate crisis, right? And that's why, like, that's a big part of why, like, I don't want to have a nuanced conversation about this, because so much of the technology use is destructive and terrible and like killing our planet and the people on it. And it's like, would I love to see a version of this that doesn't do it? No. Yes, but also no. Just don't do it. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's like, sure, I'm sure there's nuanced conversation about it, and that's a conversation I want to have as an individual. Overall, my position, fuck your AI. Lyrics, thank you so much for the 10-month resub. Holy shit. Holy shit. Almost a whole year. Almost a whole year. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The problem is the VC clans are fully feeding the pool. The whole pool needs to get drained. I forgot the message got read aloud. I think the implementation of this version of this thing is enough to sour me on any future potential it could have in the right ways. Right. I think if there was a thing that we wanted to do, if we wanted to have a right version of it, it needs to be completely killed. Every way that it's being used right now needs to be completely killed, and we need to start over to even concept that possibility. To even concept that possibility. And I think I don't want to be pessimistic and say that that ship has sailed and there's no way that's going to happen. I know the world we live in. I know the world we live in. You know? So. Life finds a way. Right. Reminds me of the quote, when you invent the ship, you invent the shipwreck. Oh, wow. That's a quote. Holy shit. Yeah, that. Whew. Whew. Gosh, remember when you play video games? All right, let's see what's going on here. Geez, you didn't come to class all week. Miss King was worried. Hello? Okay. Sorry about that. We kind of had a lot going on. Play video games? Who does that? I don't know. Nobody. People who don't yell about things. Why am? Oh, because my controller turned off. That's why I was like, why is my controller not working? Because we were chatting long enough, my controller turned off. And after I went to so much effort to make you a nice quiz, it's super difficult. I bet. Let's hear it. Hooray! Time for Miss King's super difficult quiz extravaganza. We're talking about too much nonsense. Question 1, what do you call the science of determining the tree age by its rings? Dendrochronology. Hell yeah. Dendrochronology. I'm smart. Oh, geez, thank you. Correct. Okie dokie, question 2. Which endocrine gland controls the rate at which cells produce energy and burn food? The thyroid gland. Hell yeah. Well, I've heard of the thyroid gland, so that's the one. Sounds like you guessed, but you lucked out. Hold a blue sky reminds me more people should be like Cheeton. Fucking love Cheeton. Question 3, name an element other than iron that is ferromagnetic at room temperature. Oh, geez. Copper? Copper's an element, but it's not ferromagnetic. In fact, even though nickel is ferromagnetic, a US nickel coin isn't because it has so much copper. Dang, nickel was my other guess. Nickel was my other, I was leaning. What do you call the layer of the Earth's atmosphere between the mesosphere and the troposphere? The thermosphere. Are you checking a book? Maybe. Well, it's wrong. The answer is stratosphere. I thought the stratosphere was, oh no, right, the mesosphere is like right, yeah. Cheating never pays, Faye. How was that? I tried to make your quiz a little more challenging this week. And you sure did. Now that I think about it, those preschool questions were pretty challenging too. You could go back to those. No, these were way more fun. See you Monday. I'll prepare an even harder quiz. I'm mad that I didn't get any money. I need money. I assume the thermosphere is an orbular thermos. Why did I say thermos? What? Yeah, no, yeah. The thermosphere is between the mesosphere and the exosphere. That's the problem. It's been so long since I've been in school, I didn't know the answer to that, and I know 16 me would. I don't think I ever fully learned the rings of the atmosphere. All right. See, Destin said the thing. I might end up playing some Anthem with Jalen this afternoon. Because Anthem's pretty good. It might fall apart really quickly. It's really good. Are you starting over on the first, or are you just gonna show it off? I'm just gonna show it off at some point. I think maybe that that Friday I'll do a stream that's just showing off some of it. But it was really nice to sit down and play with Brian. So. Nope. Oh, I misread it. Content is its biggest problem. Well, and the you know, they never fixed that, so. Which is fine. I think I paid $7 for the key, so. I think I paid $7 for the key, so I'm not mad, you know? It's the thing that trips people up is it's only a third of shooter. After a certain point, the game's entirely about your mech superpowers. Man, more people should have played the Storm. God, the Storm is a power fantasy for me specifically. Like, I can't believe, again, I can't believe that BioWare made a game for me and then beefed it. There we go. I'm throwing fireballs. I'm throwing lightning. I just got the ability to summon a wind shield. Like, let's go. In drag news, despite anti-LGBT laws in Florida, drag queens are performing in the state anyway and won't back down. Hell yeah, good for them. I'm playing a Colossus. I love pulling out the shield and running through a group of enemies. We'll kill many of them in one hit. Brian had a good time with it. Brian had a really good time with it. Because of course, Brian plays the big tank character. Kestrel. I've been waiting for your next food request. You haven't asked me. Oh, Matt, be proud of me? Sure. Colossus gets massive flamethrowers or miniguns. Hell yeah. I'm playing hard to get. Ugh, I was kind of starting to enjoy cooking together. Well, in that case, I do have a new request. Oh good, I thought we were on the outs or something. We're on the ins, and I would like sourdough bread, please. You asked nicely. Well, now I'm a little suspicious. I went to my LGS last night. I'm gonna do the Lorwyn pre-release in January. Hell yeah, I was gonna mention that to you. Because I saw my local store put up their schedule for it, and I was like, oh, I should poke Celestian to make sure they're seeing this. The problem is you need a starter. I'm not sure who would have one. What about your little demon friend? Triops? They do have a lot of things. We need more ghost poop. Triops, my demon, how's it hanging? It hangs well. You wouldn't happen to have a sourdough starter, would you? Use it for making bread? Rancid yeast culture. Do have, fed for many years. Oh shit. They're doing registrations the week before, so I'm putting it on my calendar. Hell yeah. Pre-release is I've said this before, I'll say it again. Pre-releases are great events for new and beginning players. The Interceptor's fun, you get an extra dash, and you get super elemental skills that are rad. All the mechs in Anthem are great. It's too bad they never made Anthem 2. No. That sounds perfect. How much? Not for sale. We like to look at. Come on, just give me a little bit. I don't need the whole thing. We'll trade portion for a demon horn. A demon horn? Where do we get one of those? Strong legs demon. You find. Strong legs demon. Where would they hang out? The crypt seems like a good place to start. It is rather demony. Whoa, you got like demon radar or something. That thing does have a horn. It comes from being born in the demon world. You know how to avoid demons, you know how to find them. It's kind of cathartic to actually be able to defeat demons like these. That would be impossible in our world. Let's take it down. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. We've got a pre-release in January. We've got a pre-release in January. And we'll see how it goes. Add poison. Oh, weird. Excuse me. Oh, right. I wanted to get a, all right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a pre-release in January, and hoping to spend some time before that playing a little Digimon with Aaron. Where we're trying to figure out her dinosaur deck, when really I should just buy a bunch of dinosaur cards, and she can put them together how she wants, you know. I returned. I went to look at the Paul Vorillo Wikipedia page in English, and oof, talk about a super biased, poorly maintained page. I'm tempted to clean it up even. Do it. Oh, if I'd used the special, maybe I'd have gotten the... All right. PC Man! PC Man, hello. PC Man, hello. How's it going? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How you doing? Question Matt. Yes. Question Helix. Whew. Break off a horn. Let's get that starter. Here you are, one demon horn. Very good. Small piece rancid yeast culture for you. Great. Sourdough bread, here we come. We have to let this dough proof for a while before we can bake it. I can't help but mention that this is a starch again. Clearly the best type of food. It kind of is. What's your favorite back home? I once had an excellent soup made from demon tea. They melt when you cook them. That just doesn't seem very good. It was delicious. We should make that next. I think I'm good on that one. Your loss. Should have rested enough by now. Let's bake this bread. My friends and I have been... Oh, hang on. Hell yeah. My friends and I have been bashing our head against a particularly long and difficult mission in GTFO. We're like 3 hours in last night, so close to finishing. Oh, that's frustrating. Have you ever wondered where Casper and Grim were and found them in the most random, ridiculous place? A couple times. It doesn't happen too often mostly because Casper's a really lazy house cat now. I'm reading a Reddit thread, kind of amazed about some of the submissions. Both of them are particularly behaved and don't get into too much nonsense, but they do, they find ways. They find ways. Cats are tricky. Once from my cat in the space between some shelves in the side of the closet where she couldn't get out. Yeah. I don't think I've had to rescue them from anything, you know? But neither of them are climbers. You know, they both like to go under and beneath things, so they're pretty simple in that regard. You're a good cook, Faye. Not as sour as I imagined. I like it even more sour than this, but this is my first try. I'm really surprised you went through the whole ritual. Ritual? What are you talking about? Did we summon a demon? A courting ritual. What now? Oh, maybe you don't have that in your world. Where I come from, when courting a potential mate, you must give them 3 culinary experiences they've never had before. It's much easier for you since there's so much human world food that I haven't tried. But you made me cook all this stuff. Of course, you never would have figured it out on your own. It was pretty fun, and I did ask you to do the last one. It is clear you're head over heels for me. I just helped you along. Something happened and it didn't trigger on screen, and that's very funny. I guess somewhere along the line I did start to feel something. Cooking together can do that. And so... ritual complete, let's go. Ritual complete, I guess. Now what? The courted party, that's me, kisses the initiator. That's you. I'm ready, so let's... Hell yeah. Hell yeah! With the blush. Someone reported a friend of theirs found their kitten inside a gas oven. Common submissions seem to be behind a panel. Yeah, luckily
this made me blush for some reason.
neither of our boys are like that. I feel like Grim would be, but he's well behaved. Yowza. Faye, more like gay. Got me. Damn. More like gay. You ever make out and then be like, damn, that was pretty gay. I gotta go to work. Have a good weekend. Lyrics, I hope work goes well. I hope work goes well. I hope you have a nice holiday. I hope you have a nice weekend. I hope you have heat. Lyrics, I hope you have heat. Oh my God, how long have you been saving that one? Since I learned the word from Gem. Yeah, of course, you're a complicated lady, Kestrel. And don't you forget it. I like Kestrel. I have heat. I got it back last night. Oh God, that's so good to hear. That's so good to hear. Oh my gosh, I have so much friendship to work on. Sad. Yeah. BBC iPlayer has Ghost Game. Oh yeah, because it's got the dub now. Just in time for 12 inches of snow? That's ridiculous. Thinking. Yeah, because they just released the dub.
Excuse me.
And they're starting to release the dub for Breakbeat. Break beat? Beat break. Fake fan. All right. Funny how things went back to normal once food wasn't being hoarded. Yeah, and everyone helped clean up the town. I think I'll add that to the list. They have 67 episodes. Hell yeah. Yeah, Ghost Game. I really want to watch Ghost Game. I'm making a Gamamon deck in TCG, and I feel like I should watch Ghost Game. Also, Fosa, I didn't get a chance to thank you before, but you really helped us out of a bad situation. No problem. I still can't believe you're here. You came from the demon world like Kestrel, right? Yeah, we trained together since we were young. I'm here for a few reasons, but first, I have to give you a report on how things are back home. And? They're real bad. Demons have almost finished replicating your island on the other side. The as above, so below thing, right? Yes, they have to replicate your world and theirs. Their biggest generals are waiting to push through as soon as the merge takes place. And just to check, the demon we fought on Friday, that wasn't a general, was it? No, generals are much stronger. But they're too large to fit through the rifts that are opening now. They can't come through until the merge is fully complete. So there's still time to stop them. Yes, but it's complicated. Back home, the demon cult's gotten more militant since Kestrel left. They're hunting down those of us who want to keep the merge from happening. They imagine themselves kings in this new world. What about our people? Yeah, there's some kind of resistance, right? We're dwindling in number. There was a time when we hoped to come over to this side during the merge and hedge our bets. But the demon cult has grown so strong, they're hunting down every unaffiliated human and sending them off to the memory farms. At this point, I don't think there's a time or resource to bring both our people through and stop the merge. So it has to be done now on this side. The rest are willing to sacrifice themselves. Damn. There's no way for us to save them? I just don't know. The knowledge of how to stop the merge has been lost. Everything we've tried has had little effect. They sent me here to see if something can be done from this side. At least humanity would survive somehow. Well, we're trying. Seems you've been working hard. I didn't expect to meet such a large group when I came through. I've been closing portals as soon as they open, and I don't know enough about, but we don't know enough about the merge. All I have is this prophecy. Discuss prophecy. All right, well, in between that, we're gonna do a little karaoke. I also have the dub for the first half of the Eglin arc. I switched to the sub. It's anime. Just watch the subtitle. I get why people listen to the dub, but it's an anime. Just almost missed that one. I've been really enjoying the subtitle for Hunter x Hunter. It's a good show. Oh, hey. There are currently 3,346 people. Oh, that's so much lower. Faye, I'm glad I caught you. Feeling those punk vibes, Hank? They're trying to. I was thinking of some of the stuff we've been doing lately to fix the town is kind of punk, maybe. That probably fits. Hey, I thought we got rid of you. Uh-oh. No cops, get out of here. Whoa! Who are you? Moves 3 tiles, seeing an opponent explodes. When near opponent or upon death to inflict burn and 1 damage. Drops burn trap on adjacent tiles after death. That's... okay. I hate Hank's superpower. watch parts in One Piece sub, parts dubbed. I'm not someone who's fussy. It's mainly like what version is available. I get it, but also, wow, why you gotta shoot the black guy? That's fucked. I can't do subbed and work at the same time. Yeah, that's fair. Listen, why are you trying to ignore anime? Why are you trying to ignore anime? You have to fully experience it. That's really funny. Because I work 18-hour days sometimes. Well, okay, well, don't do that. I just don't want to use Crunchyroll, which is my main thing. That's fair. Listen, Helix, no one is above pirating anime. No one is above pirating anime, okay? Don't like cops, huh? Neither do I. I guess that's one thing my family and I agree on. They're always out to get you. Well, but yours is, it's because yours is committing crimes all the time. So like, that's a slightly different thing. Fighting authority's kind of punk rock, right? I guess so. Have you, and you tried to defend me there. That was kind of sweet. Wait, is that the opposite of punk rock? I don't think so. I think it fits. Taking care of people you care about, I guess. Back in the day, I was very much sailing the high seas. I've gotten real lazy as I've gotten older. Hey, guess what? Be the change you want to see. You know, I actually remember your family from some of my grandfather's documents. The Rosewoods, right? As far back as I know, yeah. In the olden times, they used to pull weapons from the demon world to fight with. Pretty much just what you're doing now. Huh, wonder where they went wrong. Probably started selling the stuff they brought over if I had to guess, giving everyone curses. If we're talking curses, Ursula might know more. Interesting. I might like to ask her about that after I gather my thoughts. I'm ready whenever. Last thing I watched was the Barbie movie back in 2023. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. All right. That's gonna be it for today. Oh my goodness gracious. What? Now the kitties are gonna fight. Oh my gosh. But that's it for today. That's it for today. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. PC Man. PC Man, what's up? Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. Thank you, PC Man. I hope everybody has a good week. I hope everybody has a good weekend, a good rest of your week, a good next week. Reminder that we will not have a regular stream until next Wednesday. We will not have a regular stream until next Wednesday. And then Friday evening, as I put in the Discord, Friday evening, as I put in the Discord, I'll be here. I'll be live here. But I will be joining Silver Streak as part of the Rainbow Railroad charity fundraiser thing. We will be playing CBR plus PNK. Very excited. So look for that Friday evening, and then regularly scheduled stream next Wednesday. We will go over. We will just look back at a year of streams. We'll look back at all of the stuff. I'll look back through all the clips. I'm gonna be building a ranked list of everything that I streamed this year. So we will, we're gonna go through, we're gonna rank everything that I streamed this year, and figure all that out. Yeah, Val is streaming. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be streaming because they've been streaming for a couple hours. So I figure Val might be close to ending. PC Man, do you know if Stumped is doing something today? You know if Stumped is up to something? If you've been looking to, you had to ask me when my hands are full, sorry. They're not, okay, they're not streaming today. That's not that surprising. That's not that surprising. If you've been wanting to catch up on stuff, the YouTube has a bunch of stuff scheduled. A bunch of stuff has gone up on the YouTube over the last couple days, and over the next couple days. If you missed some of the Stump Miss streams, you know, if you missed Oregon Trail, me doing the Rising with Emily and D and Nix is up. You can catch up on Demonschool, you know, bunch of stuff going up on the YouTube as always. So nice and easy. Nice and easy. Aaron and I think, are just going to be doing some chilling, and like, you know, little house cleaning, because this is always a good time to sit down and do some cleaning in your life. We got a new air fryer oven thing that we're very excited about, because our old one was really starting to not work well. So we got that set up. We got it all cleaned. We got it set up today. We're starting to fuss with it. So, you know, we're gonna play. We're gonna finish Blueprints. We're gonna play video games. We're gonna play Digimon. We're gonna play board games. And we're just gonna chill and enjoy each other's company for the next week. So, a new air fryer toaster oven's pretty awesome. Hell yeah, I love those things. I love those things. I think you know, whether or not you have a stove or an oven, I think everybody should get one. They're fantastic. But yeah. So yeah, Friday evening, I put in the Discord the time. I will see everybody for a little TTRPG with Silver. Wednesday, back regular time. We will look back on the year, see what was going on, see what we got up to, look at a bunch of stuff. So please take care of yourself over this holiday. You know, whether you're celebrating, whether you're not, whatever's going on, please be safe, take care of yourself, and we'll see everybody later.